Good evening and welcome to this edition of the Newsleader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Amelia Marquez. In tonight's news, the TBI has released 2 reports this week regarding hate crimes. The Tullahoma Police Department needs your help in solving an outbreak of vandalism in the Bel Air area. We'll bring you the highlights from Tullahoma Mayor Lane Curley's annual State of the City report. The annual Bedford County Duck River cleanup is coming up later this month, and we'll give you some tips on bicycle safety. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
I'm Philip Bourne, Stamp Nab Detail Shop Manager. Here are a few things our customers have to say about our service.
What I love most about the Stamp McNabb Detail Shop is there's someone local that I can trust to pick up my car, have it cleaned, and deliver it back to me in showroom condition.
What really amazed me is when he opened the hood and looked like he had taken the old engine out and put a new engine inside.
We have several different packages and individual services to get your vehicle looking like new again. We're located just behind Stamp McNabb Chevrolet dealership. Call today, schedule an appointment, and see what the difference our detail can make.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Celebrate America's independence at Tullahoma's scenic Fraser McEwen Park. Saturday, July 2nd, gates open at noon and world-class fireworks at 9 p.m. Zaxby's presents the Tullahoma Kiwanis Independence Day Regional Celebration. This free event has fun for all ages and music for everyone. 7 bands, plus an Urgent Team Kid Zone, exotic animal petting zoo, food, fun, and games. Get the details at tullahomatn.gov/fireworks.
The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation released 2 reports this week detailing the volume and nature of crime identified as hate crime and crimes occurring in the state school system. The annual studies compile crime data submitted to the TBI by the state's law enforcement agencies through the Tennessee Incident-Based Reporting System. Among the findings from Tennessee Hate Crime 2015 are, overall, the number of victims of reported bias of motivated offenses increased 48.1%, and males were victimized at a much higher rate than females. In 2015, the number of damage, destruction, vandalism offenses indicated as being a hate crime increased 4.9% from the previous year.
Among the findings relative to school crime were, overall, the number of offenses occurring in schools decreased by 15.6% from the 9,961 offenses in 2013 to 8,408 in 2015. Simple assault was the most frequently reported offense at 36.4% of all reported offenses, and males were reported to be the offender in 63.6% of offenses. As always, the TBI strongly discourages the comparison of one jurisdiction's statistics to another. The factors impacting crime vary from community to community, and rudimentary comparisons will most likely result in inaccurate and generalized conclusions of the relative safety of one community over another.
The Tullahoma Police Department is asking for assistance from the public regarding recent vehicle burglaries and vandalism in the Bel Air area between Wilson Avenue and West Lincoln Street. Several vehicles have been damaged by someone cutting the seats and taking items from the cars. Police encourage you to lock the doors to your vehicle and report any suspicious activity immediately. To report suspicious persons and have an officer dispatched to the area, the non-emergency number for the communication center is 931-455-3411. If you have general information regarding these crimes, the number for the police department is 931-455-0530. You can also send a private message to the police department through Facebook.
Next Tuesday has been designated Blood Assurance Day in Tullahoma. Let's watch the video from Monday night's Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting.
If there's no objection, let's take up out of order to accommodate Mrs. Shelton in a meeting that she needs to attend in just a moment. A proclamation regarding blood donor day. Whereas the life-saving donation of blood, marrow, organs, and tissue saves lives every day, Whereas the need for life-saving donation is ongoing and sometimes goes unmet. Whereas Blood Assurance is the provider of the life-saving blood and blood products in Tullahoma, Tennessee. Whereas Blood Assurance Day is committed to raising awareness and encouraging blood and marrow donation. Whereas the World Health Organization has declared June 14th of every year as World Blood Donor Day, a day to honor those who give the gift of life. Now therefore, I, Lane Curley, Mayor of the City of Tullahoma, do hereby announce and proclaim to all citizens Blood Assurance Day in Tullahoma and encourage all citizens to recognize the efforts of Blood Assurance and their commitment to this community. So Ms. Shelton, let me recognize you at the podium. Any comments you'd like to make as well?
Thank you.
Welcome.
I appreciate you accommodating me. Thank you so much for this proclamation and for bringing blood donation awareness to this community. I know most of you all are aware that Blood Assurance is in this community. We have a donor center right down the street. You all have no excuse. You drive by it 100 times a day, right there by Walgreens. I see many of you all in and out of there. So come by our donor center, and certainly on June 14th, we'd love to see you there, but anytime, especially in the summertime. We have a greater need of blood in the summertime because of a lot of people traveling, a lot of accidents, unfortunately, and for most of us, in fact, 85% of us may receive blood someday, but we never think we're going to need blood or that we will have a need for blood. So it's very important for all of us to know that the need is there. The importance of spending 30 minutes to come by a donor center or one of our mobiles means so much to the family and to the person that may receive that. One donation can save up to 3 lives. So we depend on 540 donors every single day to meet our needs and to keep our supply up in 72 hospitals that we supply the blood to. Of course, Genova Harton is one of them. As I said, 72 others, so that's quite a few. For Harton, it keeps their costs down to use our blood. It keeps the costs down for the patients as well as the hospital. So we're a nonprofit, and we just are out there every day looking for donors. I see many of you here that have actually donated with us many times. Chief Blackwell, Mrs. Keene has made an appointment for the 14th at 11:30, so we'll see her. And I would like to see a lot of these other names on our list that day, as well as all summer and any time. So thank you so much. We appreciate this proclamation. It's an honor, and I will take this back to our group.
Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
Cool off this summer at Southern Middle Tennessee's newest water park, Tullahoma Splash Island. Fun for all ages. 3 25-foot slides, lazy river, fun water features for toddlers. Tasty food items are available. All this and more, only $5 from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 1 to 5. Join the fun at Tullahoma Splash Island.
The Russell Barnett Automotive family is the largest automotive retailer in southern Middle Tennessee. With over 1,200 vehicles to choose from, we are your one-stop shop. Check out our awesome website, russellbarnett.com. There's over 1,200 vehicles to choose from. Stop by one of our 5 locations. That's Russell Barnett Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Chevrolet GMC, and Ford of Winchester, or Russell Barnett Ford and Kia of Tullahoma. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
It's your trademark. That's something special everyone knows and remembers. It's your thing. It's made holidays special for decades and summers unforgettable for the entire neighborhood. It's made everyone laugh every single time. Don't let illness or injury keep you from doing your thing. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
Welcome back. Tullahoma Mayor Lane Curley presented his State of the City report at Monday night's Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting. Let's watch some of the highlights of that report.
For the 14th time, I present a budget message and State of the City to you as mayor. I appreciate this opportunity to discuss the economic vitality of Tullahoma, as well as some of the achievements that have shaped our community the past year. I'll also highlight some initiatives we have to look forward to in the coming year. Now to the budget before you. The budget represents our best effort at preserving, managing, and building the assets of Tullahoma, whether these are people, buildings, or programs. I welcome the board's and citizens' suggestions and offers of improvement. The budget as proposed contains no property tax increase for the next fiscal year and is balanced as proposed. The fiscal year 2017 general fund budget shows total operating revenue and expenditures increases of only 4.4%. The budget assumes a 4.0% increase in sales tax revenue and 2% increase in property tax revenue. The Tullahoma City School System will benefit from additional projected sales tax revenue for their general fund and sales tax sinking fund accounts. However, if we want to continue to grow and attract investment in jobs, we must support excellence in education. Departments of city government may request to improve or enhance services that will not be funded. Most departments of city government have seen increases of between 3 to 4% as proposed in this budget. Specific city government improvements in the budget include funding for a proposed traffic signal, land use plan, improvements in the turf, airport runway, and greenway expansions. I am pleased the budget includes the step plan for all full-time city employees as approved earlier this year by this board. Also included is the city's share of the Duck River Electric substation in the Joint Industrial Park. The budget also includes $250,000 in street paving. Pleased to report your city government enjoys an AA2 bond rating, one of the highest in the state for a community our size. The city government once again had no audit findings. Your city government earned the GFOA Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Management, as well as the Distinguished Budget Presentation Award, one of the few cities in Tennessee to have that distinction. These are independent and objective measures of how your tax monies are managed and measured for financial soundness. This budget represents a fiscally conservative approach to manage the monetary affairs of city government. I appreciate the leadership of City Administrator Jody Baltz and Finance Director Sue Wilson for their professional approach in managing the fiscal affairs of city government. I also appreciate all department heads for their leadership and management of the day-to-day affairs in their departments. Thanks to the help of many people, Tullahoma has accomplished much in the past year. Tullahoma City Schools maintained their top 5 in the state status, and the airport is a top 5 busiest general aviation airport in the state. Light Tube had a strong year, and we are still one of the smallest gigabit cities in the United States. Yet Fit Tullahoma strives to improve the health of all Tullahomans, and Go Green Tullahoma continues to stress the importance of recycling. The Arts Council is working to position Tullahoma as an arts destination with plays, concerts, art shows, and instruction in the arts. Other good news this past year, crime is down 12%. 96.3% of the people in Tullahoma are employed. Last month, total retail sales were up 10.6% year over year. Housing starts up over 30%. Tullahoma has been named the #1 micropolitan city in Tennessee the last 3 years running. Google is studying our school's one-to-one digital initiative. We have earned the Tree City designation 19 years in a row. Governor Haslam named Tullahoma one of the 2 fittest cities in Middle Tennessee. Our water is ranked #1 in Tennessee and Kentucky. We are one of 5 cities in the country to earn support from Cool and Connected, one of 2 cities in the state to earn a second round of $450,000 of Project Diabetes grant funding. We've developed the only arboretum in the area. THS students earned the greatest ACT composite gain in Tennessee. Light Tube customers grew by 3.4%, and the airport is on pace to sell a record 220,000 gallons of fuel this year. Retail sales every month this fiscal year but one has set a record for that month, and we missed that month by $6,100. We welcomed over 100 new businesses to Tullahoma. We are the #2 retirement destination in Middle Tennessee and #6 in the state for quality of life under 100,000 population. The animal shelter saw 207 dogs adopted in the past year. Hotel room nights increased. There were improvements to Landmark Grider Stadium, adding lights and paved parking to Johnson Lane Soccer Complex, installation of Pet Village at Wagner Park, and hosted the National AOPA Fly-In in October.
More Newsleader on 6 is coming up after these messages.
I'm Philip Bourne, Stanley Knapp Detail Shop Manager. Here are a few things our customers have to say about our service.
I always recommend Stan McNabb Detail Shop to all of my friends. I'm always so impressed by how quickly they can return your vehicle back to you. It's always spotless, and I'm always very impressed.
Spotless, clean. I was really amazed.
It looks like a brand new car when I get it back.
We have several different packages and individual services to get your vehicle looking like new again. We're located just behind Stanley Knapp Chevrolet dealership. Call today, schedule an appointment, and see what the difference our detail can make.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
Welcome back. Bedford County's volunteers are gearing up for the annual Duck River cleanup. Marilyn Ewing spoke with one of the event organizers.
It's always a pleasure to be here. And of course, I always like to bring someone from Shelbyville and Bedford County, and it's just about that time. The Duck River cleanup is just around the corner. Mr. Jonathan Price is my guest. I want to say welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Appreciate y'all having me.
Yes, absolutely. Anytime, of course, anything when the community gets together, we're doing positive things. We want to share. We want to talk about it.
Absolutely.
And I know this year has gone really fast. It just seems like no time. That last year's
it always does.
Cleanup was just there and such, and you make such great strides and such great progress each and every year. But the amazing thing is, you're going in with a whole tons of things to pull out of the river yet again this year.
Absolutely.
It never ends.
It's a never-ending process.
Exactly. The exact date for this, tell me some.
It's June 25th.
Okay.
And we're meeting at the River Bottom, what's the River Bottom Field, River Bottom Park behind Shelbyville Power in Bedford County, Shelbyville. And we're all meeting about 7 a.m. There will be breakfast provided for all the volunteers that show up, and everyone gets a t-shirt. I think this year we're doing a water bottle as well, like an Nalgene bottle for all the volunteers to promote recycling and not wasting bottles. About half of the landfill stuff that now is bottles, water bottles.
Very good.
So we figure that sort of goes with our theme, and you're gonna have water bottles, t-shirt, and then we'll provide lunch for everyone that comes in at about 11ish, depending on when everyone rolls in, and have a little fellowship and talk about all the good times, see who brought in the most trash. We always do an award for the person that has the most trash.
Right.
And who has the most unique trash.
Now, when you say unique, this is really crazy because you would be amazed to see or hear exactly what comes out of that river.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, last year we filled up a 30-yard dumpster with tires.
Wow.
And filled up another 30-yard dumpster with just general trash.
Yeah.
I think someone pulled a dishwasher out last year, and some old metal thing that we could not identify. Someone thought it was this old septic tank.
Wow, wow. Now, just before the interview, we were talking actually, tires pretty much are the biggest thing that you're finding.
Man, we find so many tires, and I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't know why people think that the tire goes in the river. I have no clue.
I know there are a lot of people who volunteer. These are good people that just donate their time and efforts and such, and it pretty much grows. I mean, people are seeming to be happy when they're down there. I've been down there several occasions, and they're happy to just pitch in and do whatever.
Well, it's a great cause.
It is.
I mean, anyone that loves outdoors and just enjoys the environment, the river's a big part of that.
Yeah.
It's probably the biggest part of Bedford County, provides all our drinking water, all our water that we shower with. And
exactly.
Who wants to do that in a toxic river?
No. This is kind of a joint effort because there are other communities and counties that do this same thing. I think Murray County does that, maybe Coffee County, I'm not sure.
I know Columbia does cleanup, Coffee County, Murray County, and I think there are a couple more. We're not in direct contact with them, but it's sort of a loose, we're trying to get everyone on the same date just to sort of uniform everyone and see if we can't get the whole watershed cleaned up.
Exactly. And what is the mileage or the stretch that you're doing for Duck River?
You asked me a Wayne question.
Oh,
Wayne couldn't be here. But
couldn't be with us.
We do pretty much from all of Bedford County, from end to end of Bedford County, and I couldn't tell you the mileage, but it's probably 4 or 5 miles of river.
Exactly. Again, it starts at 7 o'clock. This is Saturday, June 25th there at Duck River, just behind the Shelbyville Power Plant and such. So breakfast will be served.
Breakfast will be served. We typically try to get everyone to sign in. We do a little safety brief and just how to handle yourself on the river in case we have people that haven't been on the river before. And then we do, we try to assign people to every spot to try to get the whole watershed covered.
Yeah, exactly. So everything is all covered. You guys do it so well each and every year. It's a beautiful thing. Lots of people getting together, a beautiful effort, cleaning up Shelbyville and Bedford County.
Absolutely.
And it's always fun to see that unique item that's coming out of that river. Oh, it's amazing.
It's amazing what we pull out of there. You can also call the Chamber of Commerce in Shelbyville or the Duck River Agency. They're on the square.
Sure.
Any one of those avenues could get you information and tell you what you need to know.
Very good. Now, in case of rain, is there a particular need or?
We hope for the best.
Yeah, no rain dances.
It's pretty hard to set the
it is.
consolation date, but if we have that happen, we'll probably try to come up with anything. But we don't have anything set.
Right, exactly. Well, I'm sure it's going to be a glorious occasion again.
We've been lucky so far.
Absolutely, and keep going strong on that committee.
I appreciate it.
Sorry Mr. Bomer could not be here today
that's okay.
and such. This is the Duck River Cleanup. Again, it's set for Saturday, June 25th, starting at 7 o'clock. You get breakfast, you get to go out there, and you get to just do a wonderful thing in the community. So
we'll be right back in a moment.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. Summertime is calling a lot of folks to break out the bicycles. Whether you're new to bicycling or a bit rusty, a recreational rider or an experienced rider, this video will give you a quick review of the basics of bicycle safety.
Whether you are riding for the first time since childhood or you ride often, following a few simple pointers can make your ride safe and enjoyable. Hi, I'm Celine Yeager. You know that old saying, you never forget how to ride a bike? Well, it turns out that's only partly true. Sure, you can get on your bike and pedal, but do you really know how to drive your bike in today's traffic? Yes, I said drive your bicycle. You see, riding a bicycle is very similar to driving a car. The same rules of the road apply to both. In many states, bicycles are considered vehicles, so bicyclists have the same responsibilities and rights as motorists. Here are some tips for safe riding. First, let's make sure you have a bike that fits you properly. Bikes these days come in a wide variety of styles and prices. Talk with the staff of your local bike shop about the kind of riding you'll do and choose the right bike for you. Hybrid and comfort bikes are great for everyday riding around town. Sport, touring, and racing bikes are better for longer rides. If you are riding off-road, head for the mountain bike section of the store for bikes with fatter tires and gearing better suited to unpaved trails.
Getting a bike that fits makes it easier and safer to handle and much more enjoyable to ride. Make sure there's an inch or two between you and the top tube on a road bike. And on a mountain bike, you want the clearance to be more like 5 inches to make it easier and safer to get off the bike on rough terrain. Adjust your seat height so there's a slight bend in your knee when your foot is on the pedal in the downmost position.
There are 3 pieces of equipment that you will need to stay safe. First, a bicycle helmet. You need to wear a bicycle helmet regardless of your skill level or reasons for riding. It is the single most important piece of safety equipment you can use. It significantly reduces your chance of head injury if you crash. Be safe and be a role model for other bicyclists. Wear a properly fitted helmet each time you ride. A properly fitted helmet should be comfortably snug. It shouldn't shake, and it should sit on your forehead about 2 fingers width between the brim and your brows. Your helmet should sit level on your head, and then make sure that the sliders meet in a V under your earlobes. Chin straps should be snug under your chin, with room to breathe, of course. Second, if you are riding at night or in low light conditions, you need lights and reflectors. Every state requires bicyclists to have a white front light and a red light or reflector on the back of their bike. Third, you want to be seen and recognized by motorists at any time of day or night, so wear bright clothing with reflective tape or markings. Now we're ready to ride. Remember, bicyclists have the same responsibilities and rights as motor vehicle operators, so we follow the same rules of the road. Here are some important rules to remember. Ride in the same direction as traffic. Bicyclists riding the wrong way can cause a crash for 2 reasons. Turning motorists, in particular, are not looking for you there, and you can't see and follow the traffic signs or signals if you're heading the wrong way. Obey all traffic signs, signals, and road markings. This means stopping at stop signs and red lights, and yielding to crossing pedestrians. It also means riding in turn lanes when you turn and straight lanes if you're going straight. Ride defensively. Look before riding out of driveways. Always look for turning vehicles and pedestrians in your path. Look behind you before changing lanes. Know the law. Laws differ in each state or jurisdiction. In some areas, it's illegal to ride your bicycle on the sidewalk. If you must ride on the sidewalk, look for turning or crossing vehicles at driveways and intersections. Every community has different rules and regulations for driving a bicycle. Know those that apply to you, obey them, and set a good example for others. Avoid road hazards. Carefully ride around drain grates, gravel, glass, and debris. Be predictable. Help motorists know exactly what you plan to do. Signal, make eye contact if you can, and ride without swerving. Signaling and checking behind you while riding straight takes practice, so working on these skills in a vacant lot is a smart idea. Stay to the right and pass on the left. This applies to the road and riding on a shared use path or trail. On a path, give an audible signal and always yield to pedestrians and people on horseback. On your left. When trails cross roadways, use caution and obey any traffic signs and signals. Bicycling is fun, but it requires all your concentration. It requires using a helmet, lights, and bright colored clothing, and a bicycle in good repair that's properly fit to you. It requires you follow the traffic principles and be prepared to avoid hazards. This film was produced by the League of American Bicyclists with support of the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. I'm Celine Yeager. Ride safe.
The Coffee County Humane Society's featured pet this week is Piper. Piper is a smooth-coated mixed breed dog who needs a loving home and a place to play. The shelter also has many other dogs available for adoption at 1210 Oakdale Street in Manchester. Hours of operation at the shelter are 7:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. The shelter's phone number is 723-2730. Donations for animal care can be made to the Coffee County Humane Society at P.O. Box 252, Manchester 37349, and their website is www.coffeehumane.org.
Stay with us. Your weather forecast is coming up after these messages.
The Kia Summers on Us sales event is going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Let me tell you about this event. Purchase a new Kia Sedona, Kia Optima, Kia Forte, and receive 0% financing up to 66 months and your first 3 payments for free. For a limited time only, no strings attached. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. The Kia Summers on Us sales event going on right now. Why buy anywhere else?
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do, you know.
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1953 at 99 degrees. The record low was in 1931 at 43 degrees. Average high on this day is 85 and the average low is 63. Tonight, look for clear weather in your forecast with a low of around 64. Sunny weather expected on Friday with a high of 91 and a low of 68. And sunny weather still in the forecast for Saturday with a high of 92 and a low of 72. And that's our newsletter report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
And from all of us on Newsleader 6, wishes you and your families a fantastic weekend. Thank you.